Lokam, our mission is to enable education system leadership. And thus system leadership as a value is core to our existence and thus gets manifested in more than one ways in our work. Let me illustrate this with a few examples. We always say that system leadership requires one to engage in systemic thinking. Think of the system as a whole and not in narrow slices. In our work, we have taken conscious efforts to develop our understanding of education leadership as a domain. It was important for us to understand and define the framework for developing leadership in education. What are the knowledge, skill, and mindset gaps that need to be addressed? So we partnered with domain experts to develop our knowledge taxonomy. Further, we realized that our education leaders face many constraints, and many of these are caused due to the mesh of processes in the mainstream education system. This meant that the existing processes needed improvements. So we took up a primary research to study the processes and created a process taxonomy that complements our knowledge taxonomy in the platform. Now, as a team, we also constantly and repeatedly engage in network mapping exercises and persona studies to gain better understanding of the system that we are operating in and stakeholders that we are working for. Now, second key characteristic of a system leadership is to facilitate generative conversations. At Shiksha Lokam, we have deeply engaged with both civil society organizations, the Samaj, and government institutions, the Sarkar. And we have actively created spaces and facilitated dialogues and brainstorming among them. For instance, last year, we organized a deep immersive design thinking journey, which we called Collabathon. Now, leaders from 20 to 25 different organizations came together, shared best practices from their own work, and engaged to identify the challenges in the education system and to ideate and prototype solutions together. Now, from April this year, we were quick to imagine and pivot to a virtual Collabathon. Since COVID presented a crisis that needed collective problem solving, not one person will have a solution to that. Now, the byproduct of such co-creation exercises is trust among these stakeholders. And as trust builds up, conversations automatically become generative. Now, the third most important point that I want to make is around solving for the future. Understanding how as interdependent systems, problem of today may lead to bigger problems tomorrow. For example, the countrywide school closure due to COVID is not a short-term problem. We have to prepare our education system to be more resilient towards ensuring quality of learning in the face of any discontinuity. Now at Shiksha Lokam, while on one hand we are working with the Department of Public Education in states and co-creating programs, we also actively facilitated formation of a rural and tribal collective, where the partner ecosystem is working on exploring creative and contextual dissemination channels for children who do not have access to, say, mobile devices or internet. So as system leaders, we can't shy away from difficult questions and have to actively weave an ecosystem that can work collaboratively.